Today for our reading class, we're going to combine a little bit of social studies and reading. So we'll talk about it in a minute. Let's look at the pictures that we brought out yesterday. Think about how they're different and how they're the same. And share with your partner.
That one is has a neighborhood, and that one
Inside voices when we share, please. Okay, all eyes on me. I heard some good things, like they're both houses, but one has a slanted roof, the other one doesn't. Honorine?
One is they have a foot, the other one is not.
Okay, do you know why that would be?
Yes.
Let's see if Honorine can answer for us.
I think the baby said someone put down the foot. Maybe that like some people, they were in the forest, maybe they wanted to make a house in it. They just took some forest.
They had the materials available for them? Yep. What else? Yes?
I think the house is from a village or something. And that's why.
Okay. Yes?
I think the houses are made differently because in one picture looks like it's hot and the other picture.
In one picture it looks like it's hot, and the other picture it looks like it's cold. Yes?
And that house is an electric wire, and that house there is no.
Oh, that's a good observation. One might have electricity and the other one doesn't, right? Yeah, that's a good point. Margaret?
Because that one, since it snows, and when it snows, the snow can go down. That one like that.
Okay, so you're talking about the roof like we talked about yesterday. Yeah, the snow will come off. Or this one, it probably doesn't snow here, so there's no slanted roof. Yes?
That one has windows and
That one has windows and this one does not. Okay, so but they both are shelter, and they're both cover our need of
life.
life. Shelter, right? We talked about this yesterday, so this is just a review. So, cover their needs in different ways, right? We have different houses in different places of the world. We wear different clothes. What else do we do differently, but similarly? Yes? We speak different languages, but we still all communicate, right? Yes?
The people from Japan or Korea use chopsticks.
Very good. Yeah, people in Japan or Korea use chopsticks to eat. They still cover that need of getting the food to their mouth, right? But we use something else. Some people use their hands. Some people use forks and spoons. Good. Conrad, do you want to add something? Yes? Yeah, in Africa they use their hands. Very good. Vicente? Okay. So, we talked a little bit about what we were trying to study yesterday in social studies. Now let's think about what we were doing in reading. What have we been doing in reading? Margaret? We've been reading nonfiction. And yesterday specifically, we were reading a page or a section of our book and then thinking, what is this mostly about? What do we call that when we do that kind of reading? Lois? Asking questions?
It's when I read a nonfiction.
Okay. When you read a nonfiction book very closely to grow knowledge, what kind of reading are we doing?
Close reading.
Close reading, very good, Vicente. So we are going to do a bit of close reading today, but using our social studies subjects of Mexico and China. Okay? So, in our groups, we're going to, I've already kind of gone ahead and went to the library to get books for our research, because we don't have that much time. And in our groups that we've already divided yesterday, we're going to do close reading and find the important information about each country and create a small presentation, which then I'm going to videotape and we're going to present to the class.
Why not to put it on?
Let's raise our hands, please. Conrad? Okay. So when you do close reading, what kind of information are you looking for? Not sure? Okay, Lois?
I think that we're looking for.
Okay, I'll bring that back to our. Oh, it's not here. As we read our Mexico or Chinese books, what will we do before? We'll predict and preview, kind of figure out what the book is going to teach us.
Anticipate the text.
Yeah, figure out what the text is going to teach us. What do we do during? Yes?
Ask questions.
We ask questions
Answer questions.
and answer questions. Margaret, what would we do after?
Summarize details and identify names.
Good. And in this case, since we're doing it to do a presentation, what are we going to do with the summarized details and ideas? Rafael?
We'll make a book.
We'll make today it's not a book, it's what? Honorine?
A video.
Yeah, like a presentation. Since we're going to do it in groups, everyone will have to have a section that they'll have to read or tell the camera so we can share our knowledge with everyone else. Okay?
Okay.
So today, instead of just writing it in our notebook, we're going to write it on a piece of paper like a skit, and then we're going to present it. We started yesterday. Today we'll just continue. I just wanted to review how we can do close reading to help us make the presentation. Okay?
Okay.
Yes?
Are we gonna use our social studies?
You can use your social studies book, and I'm also going to provide some more books. So we have more materials to do research with. Okay? If you get lost, just look over here and see, wait a minute, what do I need to make my presentation great? Yes?
Put like a little star next to the seeds that we should do because there are two seeds that don't really do this.
Okay.
Good morning.
Let's see.
Ow.
Should we ask questions before?
Yes.
Should we anticipate the text?
A lot.
Yeah. If we're going to write about Mexico, should we be reading a book that says China on the cover?
No. Oh my God, that's also
Awesome.
what?
Should we determine new learning or make connections?
Yeah. No. Everything you should. Yeah.
Should you think about what you read and determine important information?
Yeah.
That's super important because that's the information that you're going to want to share in your presentation. Should we share our learning?
Yes. We're gonna do it.
Should we ask and answer questions?
No. They ask, we ask.
We still ask and answer questions as well.
Oh yeah. We ask.
Do we summarize the details?
Yeah. No.
Yes, because we're not going to read the whole book out in video. That would be really long.
Don't be boring.
Should we identify the main idea?
Yeah. Finish our book?
And should we finish the book?
It's not a book. It's a presentation. Yeah,
What we're reading, where we're getting the information is
Yes.
Okay. So I want you guys to go back to your seats with your social studies books and the other books that I have to do your research and prepare your presentation. I'll answer questions when you're at your seat.
Stop it. Tackle. Right. C-A-C. No, culture food. Culture. Okay. And some other
What are you guys finding information about?
about food and their culture. Like that.
Of who?
In Mexico. Their culture food. Yeah, no, like they use music to dance. Their famous sport is soccer. They do soccer practice in the weekend. Long ago, they were Aztec people. They were the ones that invented the Mexico flag. How many states are they in Mexico? 31. What's the main language? Spanish. What is the capital of Mexico? Mexico City. Most other Indians in Mexico? Yes. The picture of the flag of Mexico made by the group was I'm mostly focusing on the language.
Okay.
And I do a little bit.
Great. Thank you. You're ready? What are you focusing on, Boise?
Focusing on the celebration and tradition.
Good.
I'm focusing on the capital.
The capital? Good.
I'm focusing on the Great Wall of China and the flag of China.
And the flag of China? Okay.
Beijing is the capital of China. It is a city that mixes both old and new. Many skyscrapers and tall buildings stand next to buildings from around the world. People ride bikes in China. Riding is very popular innovation for transport purposes.
Most healthy people in China love noodles and dumplings and seafood, and many people in China do Taiwan squats. The large star is a symbol of China. The tiny stars are the symbol of the people of China. Lots of visitors come to see the Great Wall of China. This landmark or structure that is 2,000 years ago and 1,000 miles long. The astronauts can see it from Mars. The Great Wall of China is longest in Africa. Many people in Beijing ride bikes around. Chinese food is famous all over the world. These are some Chinese words. This means bud. This means remove. This is a mountain. This is a man, and this is a woman.
Right, so today, I'm also going to show you another way that we can conduct research. We can look at videos.
Ooh,
Okay?
that one.
So I found 2 videos and 2 different countries. What countries are we studying?
Mexico and Beijing.
Oh wait. Yes? Mexico and Beijing. So we're gonna do one's about Mexico and the other one's about China.
Hey, right now I want to talk to you about a country that is south of the United States named Mexico. Rich in culture, heritage, and more. Keeping things simple, the word population means the number of people in the country. So to give you a number of people in 2012, Mexico had 117 million people, which made it the 11th most populated country in the world. Now that's a lot of people.
It says the modern word China most likely derives from the name of Qin, pronounced Qin dynasty.
English. Yes.
The first emperor, Qin Shi Huang of the Qin dynasty, first unified China in 221 BC. Its wall, the Great Wall of China, is made up of a number of different sections. These sections were built by various dynasties over a long period of time from stone and other materials. Chinese people are under pressure to use less chopsticks in order to save the planet's resources. Some 80 billion sets are produced annually. A panda's entire mating season lasts only about 2 or 3 days. Once they have mated, females chase the males out of their territory and raise their cubs on their own. The tallest woman in the world was Chinese. Any important details or facts that we could use to do our presentation today?
Wow.
Let's just think about it. Excuse me. Let's think about it. And I want you guys to go back to your seats with your groups. Wait. And work on your presentations. Okay? We saw facts about Mexico and China, but they're completely different, right? I want you guys to take that information and use it to continue writing your research.
Mexico. Mexico shares North America and the United States and Canada. Mexico City is the capital of Mexico. Mexico has 2 peninsulas. In Mexico, there's a lot of spicy food. Mexico is the largest Spanish country in the world. In Mexico, there are 31 states and it has its own capital. In Mexico, people like to go to cafes and restaurants. The religion is important to Mexico. The architects and native Indians tribes make temples. The architects made chocolate. In Mexico, people like Baltimore City. In Mexico, there are many holidays that are like fiestas and religion. And events. There are 3 religions that are in Mexico. They are 452 volcanoes. It is called the Ring of Fire.
Good job.
We are presenting China.
Food. People eat dumplings, and the first cookbook was made there 1,500 years ago. People eat sweet and sour pork. They eat with chopsticks. Meat is only served once a week. Languages. Chinese language are 6,000 years old. They have their own characters.
Cultures. They do cricket fighting. They also keep crickets as pets. Did you know the Chinese often call their country Zhangguo, which means the Middle Kingdom?
Other. It is the 4th largest country in the world. Beijing is the biggest city in China. The tallest woman in the world is Chinese. The city is more than 3,000 years old. The Temple of Heaven in Beijing was built in 1420.
Thank you.